Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are flipping through my 2019 planner, and this is not a live planner, my last one, because I switched to inserts in 2020, but you can see just how chunky she got, and I just left like the last cover that I really loved on there, which was like this rainbow pumpkin one. And you can see I found this sticker on my clothes of a little fluffy munchkin. I just put it next to my name and it's just stayed there since. So this video is going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, a lot shorter than my 2018 flip through. It was a lot less like intense year. So let's just have a flip through, look at some old art from 2019 and enjoy. And this is my first full year of living in Finland as well, because of course I moved to Finland at the end of 2018 from Australia, if you're new here. So yeah, I was into the neutral, especially when the tabs were black. And I've got my name here from, I think it's from Rose Colored Days, but using Jasenia handwriting, I think. So let's have a look through. I haven't really had a look for a long time. Oh yeah, so I used these initial planning pages. There was obviously 12 boxes here, and I decided to pick out like my favorite art set that I drew each month. So I think it's like January through June and then through December. So I'm pretty sure that's the order that they're in, but these are I made these with sticker paper, just printed them out, just the art sets that I drew that year. And a lot of them are customs. First we see this custom. So a lot of customs I liked. But I think this was a good year of art for me. And then I think all year I used Caress Press monthlies, and I put in a bunch of Simply Gilded washi to sort of fill up the pages. Was I putting in, I was actually going back. I think I pre-planned a bunch of stuff and then I went back and refilled with certain like memories, but I don't think I filmed it. It was just for me. So we got a new thing. The big thing in January is that we found a new flat and signed the lease. So that was really awesome. And this is when I was using both the checklist and the decorative sidebar, and I was just cutting off one little to-do. And that was actually for my customs. So I don't think they're a spoiler anymore, which I don't think is also why I showed much of that. But the first one here we have the 2019 New Year's spread, and I'm using a little bit of sparkly hollow as well as just silver. I don't think I had sparkly hollow icons, but not overlays, I guess. But this was one of my second New Year's art that I did, and I did sort of a hollow look with girls holding a 2019 sort of fun disco ball look. And this is a Caress Press, so that's cool. What did I get to New Year's Eve? We got a furniture delivery, cooked mac and cheese, went to Prisma and got watched the Big Fat Quiz as we do every year. And then the first day we just built furniture. I bought a Planacon ticket and I opened my Simply Good Advent opening because, yeah, I didn't get it until after Christmas. So it was really fun. And then I uploaded both the art set, which I still really love. And we finished a series of unfortunate events. And we're playing Red Dead Redemption 2 then. We just played through the story and that was it. We really enjoyed the character Arthur, but we didn't really care about the other stuff. So this one, I guess I was like wanting to use as a working kit, and I pulled in the Simply Gilded washi, which I think matched perfectly and made it a touch more wintry. Finished Introduction to Chapter 4. So I was working on my PhD thesis then, although I was very hard on myself as you can see, I didn't tick anything else off, even though I was supposed to be finishing each part of the chapter, and I wrote, I am a failure sometimes. Yeah, it happens. Now I understand a bit more of why I couldn't work that way, but that's neither here nor there. Ooh, the infamous winter library set. Sorry it's like so light. But it was a very light, beautiful kit. And I actually put in a checklist here on Monday because I wanted to do a bunch of stuff. So I did actually do a bit more uni work, although not everything I wanted to do. And oh, I sent a chapter though, I think. And then we were tired of our neighbors around this time, so we decided on Friday to move out. We searched for new apartments and we signed a lease that day. It was really cool. We found this cool, like, oh, and look at this beautiful Simply Gilded. But we actually, this couldn't happen in Australia, but in Finland, there are some like huge leasing companies, like landlord companies, and you can just look for apartments and apply for them online. And then obviously you can go see it in person afterwards. And if you don't like it in person, then you can just void the contract. It's all good. But yes, that was really exciting that we decided that day to leave. We looked for apartments and we signed a lease. Then obviously on Sunday, very loud neighbors. I simply cannot, like, it was very obnoxious. Like terribly bad. That's why we're like, let's move. Then this beautiful Wintry Kit 2, where I brought in glittery washi strips as well as some more Simply Gilded. So I'm still using a bit of Simply Gilded this time, and I'm bringing a little bit of overlays and some scripts I made for myself in Australia, so I still had some left. Got my US box that day. Super fun. Oh yeah, we went out to check out the new apartment, and actually that day it was minus 23 degrees Celsius. That's the coldest I had ever been in my life, because obviously I'm from Australia. And I also had to go to immigration and put in some forms, and we went shopping and went to a burger place, and I was just really like checking out Oulu, where we were living at the time. We now live in Helsinki, but we're checking out town, and our new apartment was actually like in town kind of things, just south of it. So we had a good day walking around, even though it was super cold. Yeah, this is beautiful. Wow, very sparkly. And then I taped together all the notes pages because I never use them. So February, we have a bunch of stuff here. Mental Health Day. Bad day number 165302. At this time I was struggling a bit, and then I decided to do a bunch of stuff in my life, like go to Planacon obviously, and then go to Australia to do some work back in person, just for a little while, because I was struggling studying remotely. So this is fun. I did this sort of Planner Girl Christmas set, but it was kind of like you could use it in winter as well. It didn't have to be Christmas. This is old art, which is so funny. And like these old stickers with J. Crew plans writing on them. Amazing. Got those PhD blues for sure. And we're trying out Heidi new cat food and stuff, but we've just gone back to getting her old food that she had in Australia. Yeah, that was fun. And then, oh, I loved this kit. I love it so much. The colors. This is a Galentine's set, that custom that I did for Scribble Prints Co. And the girls just look so pretty. I was so happy with them. I just love the way this set looks. Might have to go steal this color palette again. But here now I'm using a bit more of scripts from J. Crew Plans. Terrible start to the week. That's not good. Although I did finish and send a chapter apparently. And then I had a mental health day because I was like, do I want to quit? Really? Heck, stuff was happening this week. Yeah, I don't know. Bad stuff was happening to my mental health this week. And then, oh, I loved this cherry art from TWG Designs, and just how so bright and beautiful it is on Caress Press stuff. And I actually closed my Shopify, funnily enough, this day because I felt like I wasn't really getting any sales on it compared to my Etsy. And then, then I completely switched. I've closed my Etsy altogether for tax purposes to make doing taxes easier. And now everyone shops on my Shopify, which is great. But it didn't really work having both shops, in my opinion. A hard night, but Steph is the best. I think this is when I was decided that for a while I'm just going to consider myself having quit my PhD. Like, I put myself on leave and just thought to myself, I have quit my PhD. And we'll see from that if it works out, you know? I know Steph was like, is my PhD bestie, so doing messaging her a lot about it. 3 years on YouTube. I just liked to keep that in my planner. I think I had some bad like phone calls and stuff at this time as well, which really sucked. Then this was one of my favorite pieces of art that I ever did, and I felt like not really many people were into it. I don't know. But it was like a fairy tale, and I loved the horse that I drew, and I just made it sort of very fluttery and romantic. I'm gonna have to draw another horse soon, I think, because it's so fun and pretty. Terrible night. Maybe this will be okay. Then I started working on a pre-submission review. I think I decided I would not quit. I think so. Back on, plan on going back on because I was thinking I might not actually go. Yeah, I don't know, crazy stuff is happening in terms of my mental health and my PhD together. But studies have shown PhDs are not great for your mental health. So you have March, a really pretty sort of shabby chic set here. And I went to PlannerCon, and then we moved into our new apartment, which was awesome. So for PlannerCon, I used this really pretty, like, I think it was called Kiara. Well, that's what Scribble Prints Co called it, because it's a planner girl and made her think of Kiara. And I thought this would be perfect for PlannerCon. And we actually got our apartment keys this day. And we're just cleaning stuff out, and then I just left luck to a lot of that stuff. But yeah, I made it through, and then I just like chilled out for the first day that I got there because I was so tired. And then I was up at like 6 a.m. and I was like on the Facebook group or on Instagram, I was like, anyone want to have breakfast? So I met up with some people for breakfast, and that was fun. Registration. Then Samantha Reads and Plans and we went to this mall because I wanted to see the bubble tea Happy 11 place, and I was like, this is a weird mall. And there was a Bitcoin ATM, which was so weird to me. So strange. And then we got burgers and went to Target together. And then that night we had drinks to the hotel bar with Sam, Mandy, and Grace. And then PlannerCon was on properly, and we did do a Starbucks run together. This was like my first real time really hanging out with Andrea, because I did go to the SBC party the year before, but we didn't really hang out. So it was really fun to like hang out with her and a whole bunch of planner people, and got bunch on Korean chicken and Phil's coffee. And then hung out at their like house they were staying at and had mimosas and macas, so it was really, really good. And then we had other PlannerCon. I did actually step out to San Francisco by myself, although I wanted to go to Blick Art Supplies, and it was not in the best part of town. But I did find a really fancy mall next door to it and went to Sephora and stuff. But as soon as I got out of the Uber, he was like, be safe, good luck. And I was like, okay. And that was probably the very first time that I'd ever actually seen that kind of homeless person. Like, they were talking to themselves in a window, and I felt so bad for them. It's just, you don't see that a lot in Australia. So that was an experience. I probably shouldn't have gone by myself, but you know, I do that. And then I came back, and then Denise of Paper and Milk gave me some of her teaspoon bubble tea. It was rose milk tea, and it was delicious. And just having fun at PlannerCon. And then this was moving week, I believe, so I used a sort of cleaning house spring cleaning kit, and we have a bunch more overlays and foil here. And I had really fast and easy security through San Francisco airport. It was so quick. I loved it. And then there was a Boudin sourdough place there, and I got tacos. It was a really good experience at the airport, so I enjoyed that. I just wrote home to my fur baby. I had to travel through Heathrow, and I hate traveling through Heathrow. It is the worst. But yeah. Then on Wednesday I slept in and helped pack up the house at the end, and then we moved on the Thursday. And then Heidi woke us up at 1 a.m. obviously because she was like, you know, new to the new place. Figure out how the new appliances work. They were like, this apartment building had literally just been renovated, so none of the appliances were on and all this stuff, so we were trying to figure out the taps and the dishwasher, and it was a whole thing trying to figure it all out. But yeah, I really did love that apartment, even though we were at the top floor, so it was like really nice views and warm in the winter, but it was so hot in the summer. It was terrible. But I still loved it. And this week I used my Winter Chill kit. This one I actually made myself, and then I reused it later because Audrey never used this art when I put it out, and then she realized it like a year later and then actually put that art out, so I do reuse this set. But this is the one that I made myself before I moved to Finland, but it is actually based on Helsinki and Finnish Scandi aesthetics like Marimekko and the cinnamon rolls that they do here. So yeah, I decided to use this one because we were sort of more in town and it was still snowy and wintry even in March. And this is St. Patrick's Day on the 17th, yeah. And this is Heidi's birthday. She turned 4 on this day. So cute. And I'm going to the SPC planner party, got the tickets that day. So exciting. I was ignoring emails apparently. Yeah. So then in March I sort of using the green kits that I had, and this was a really fun, this was Darcy art as well, like her old art style. Darcy DeVos, I'm pretty sure. It's a fun like binge watching set. Like spring begins, and then, which I had put in at the start of the week, and then it snowed, lol. So that's spring in Finland. I designed some pins and ordered them, and I do actually have them, but I've never sold them. Because, I don't know, I still haven't really figured out mailing stuff out of here, like as a shop. But anyway, yeah, this week I decided I would actually go back to Australia just to help working on my thesis, so I booked a flight back home. And, oh, and then Heidi slept with her paw on my head, which is so cute. Love it. Oh, I really love this kit. This is a re-release of this, like, New York. Oh, no, or was this original? But this artist artwork, which I love. Again, from TWG. I just love any art that's about artists, obviously. I don't know if anything really... I watched The Dirt this day, which is funny. Yeah, not much else to say at this, except the clocks went forward. And then we had April, which is a fun, this was a fun kit for Easter. And I brought in this boba washi because I thought it matched from Simply Gilded. I got the flu, that sucks. Oh yeah, because I had just flown it back. So I flew back to Australia during this month. And but this is the birthday art that I drew in and released in January at the start of the year, and then I used it for my partner Locke's birthday. And their birthday is here on the, no, where is it? The 6th. No, my friend is on the 3rd, Kirsty, but Locke's is on the 6th. They turned 31 this year. And that was also the series finale of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Like, it finished all together. I put the always sticker because, ew, Harry Potter, but I'll use always to be like, always Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. And then I actually like cried in bed because I was so sad it finished. It was a weird time, okay, but I really love that show. And I released Movie Night. Yeah. Yes. But that was a really pretty set. I do still love this and the colors. And then this is the week that I flew back to Australia. I like to put the movies that I watch on the plane, like 1 or 2 of them, and I watched the Joy Luck Club that night. Went back in Australia, ate a burrito, went to sleep. And then hung out with my mom and my dad because my mom was there. And then Friday I got my office key to at uni and went to a symposium. And we had a dinner that night, and just, I was so tired, but like stuff was just happening right away. And then hang out with Steph. That was really good. I used this coffee kit because it made me think of Australia. You know, like the coffee shops that you have there, and the sort of the green and the peaches. And then this is my Easter spread this year. And then this is the day that the Notre Dame burned down. Well, it didn't burn down, like the roof burned down. But everyone was just, we were all at uni and we were watching it because obviously it's an interest of ours as historians. Especially as most of my office were European historians. So we're like, oh my god, watching it. And I was super jet lagged for ages, which sucked. And then I realized I was sick with the flu. So that was great. So that was that, and I used this purple foil, which is really pretty. And I was still using some Simply Yellow too. And then I used this fun, like 80s, 90s kit from Scribble Prints Co. Just like, I had the flu and then I lost my voice like completely. I couldn't talk at all, which was super fun. And then a guy was like, because I was living in a hotel at this time, I went down to pick up a dinner or like Uber Eats order from the from downstairs, and the guy in the lift was all like, hello, and he was all drunk, middle-aged man, and I literally couldn't say hello back. So I smiled, and he was like, so rude, blah blah blah, such a bitch. And I left the lift, and I was like, I hope he got my flu, honestly. Because that was like so rude. I was so mad about that because I was so sick. I literally couldn't even squeak anything out. And I don't know why, but people are so weird when you have lost your voice and it's clearly obvious you have lost your voice, but people are like, speak up, what's wrong with you? And it's like, I'm clearly sick. Some people, man, I've never understood that. Maybe it's just a pretty spring, although now back in Adelaide we were getting into autumn rather than spring, which was kind of funny. So I used this really cute leopard print kit. I was sort of using whatever at this point. And yeah, I was just planning revisions, the 5-year anniversary of Scribble Prints Co. on the 29th of April, I guess. Yeah. Wait, wasn't there Andrew's birthday around here somewhere? I guess I didn't put it in. No, there it is, Andrew's birthday. It's not really an Andrea kit, but you know. I caught up in Game of Thrones because, of course, was this the year it was finishing? I think so, so I caught up with it. And just lots of crazy stuff happening at the time at uni. And then I changed, I pretty sure I changed hotels this day. I had girls' night with Steph and Kylie, and we booked a Disney trip together, which was awesome. I lost my debit card, but I'd actually dropped it at uni and it was still on the floor, so that was awesome. I found it. And I checked into my new hotel because I changed hotels. And it's awesome, like I stayed there for so long that I ended up being like a platinum member of their club, which was hilarious. And then this is a pretty Mother's Day kit. This was like a re-release of that. You would have seen it in my 2018 flip through if you saw it. But Andrea like recolored it for this year, and so I used it for actual Mother's Day. But this was actually a weird Mother's Day for me because I actually changed hotels because of a weird conversation slash fight weird thing with my mom. It's a long story, and I think since then I've kind of like really distanced myself from her. But so this was a really weird Mother's Day, I'll be honest. I wasn't talking to her at this time. So that was weird. But I was hanging out with my dad and doing uni work, and I did apply for an extension of my scholarship, the money that was I was mostly living off, and they only give you 3 actual years, and then you can apply to extend for 6 months, but they declined my extension. So then I was like out of money very soon. And I was working on my lit review, which is the worst. Ugh, lit reviews. Ugh. And then I was watching Lucifer. And then I used this cute baking baby cakes, I think it was cute, called Kit, and I loved these sprinkles headers, and I didn't actually have any. I wanted to use white glitter headers for this, so I just whited out the headers underneath. I don't know, it doesn't really work, kinda, but oh well. It's fine. Was catching up. I was like mad at myself for not really doing work. And then I had to redo my hotel stay. Like I kept having to like redo it as I got saved money up to be able to afford more hotel nights. And yeah, just studying and working away. And we also did some skincare stuff. We went to a skincare lab at like the main beauty store in Adelaide, Mecca, and we did Drunk Elephant samples, which was really fun. Then I used this like Pride and Prejudice kit. I'm having a little bit more foil now as well. The Game of Thrones finale, which I did a side-eye wine holding because I was drinking wine while watching it, and it was so bad. Like I had officially quit watching Game of Thrones at the end of season 5 or 6, and then I just caught up with the rest of the seasons for the finale, and ugh, terrible. And then I emailed a chapter. That's nice. Well-deserved sleeps after emailing that chapter and getting work done. Got a lot of gin. Had lasagna. Oh, I think Mark cooked lasagna that night, which is great, along with my thoughts. And then my dad got a new like retirement flat, so I went and visited that. And then we've got June here. I need to quicken up. You don't need to hear everything, but June is beautiful. Like, look at this mermaid. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. A lot of crying and heck, I don't know. Let me have a look what this says. Oh yeah, this is like some stuff about my mom under here. Yes. Anyway, so there's still a lot of emotional stuff going on there. Luckily, she lived in another state than me. But I love this beautiful artwork, so I had to use this kit. It's just, the artwork is just impeccable. So that was gorgeous. Yeah, just still working away. Got my new glasses. You know, not a lot of stuff, lots of dinner with friends and going out to like get gin and stuff, so that was nice. Just to separate from all the other stuff that was happening. Oh, this is a terrible week. Nope. So I use this like Planet Girl set, like Bows Before Bros. And just all my, like, my stuff was going well at uni, but all my home stuff was terrible. This was all like mental health stuff with my partner Luck. So obviously we had a long call on Saturday, but the rest of the week, and finally got through, was terrible, but I won't go into it. But we did book flights, I think, to our Disneyland SPC party trip, which was nice. Or did I book flights to go home? I don't know. I think I go home very soon. I was in Australia for quite a long time. But I did finish my pre-submission review, which we had to do like a speech and whatever about the lead up to finishing our PhD. And showing that we're like on track. Cooked baked potatoes with the friends, that was nice. Just hanging out with friends. But yeah, this was a really bad week for both of us. And then, oh yeah, I did leave for Adelaide. So I think we booked flights for our Disney trip, but I don't know. So I use this is actually like a Harry Potter kit, but I took out as much Harry Potter as I could. Because I liked other parts of it, like I liked the mirror and everything, so I wanted to use this kit, but not for Harry Potter, because gross. And the washi that came with it was so pretty. But yeah, so this week we had a postgrad conference and I did my pre-submission review presentation, and I put in I'm awesome AF for finishing that. And we just had lots of drinks. And just having fun, last minute meetings and seeing my dad, and I recycled all of our laptops and stuff to Apple. And then I went to like another university's seminar and drinks and lunch with my supervisor and friends. Had a girls' night with masks, and then I just packed my bags. And then I just hang out with my dad. And then Mark got married this day, so I put the sticker in because I was like, might as well. Margot once more with love. And then I went to then I flew back to Oulu. So it took me a while, but I finally got back. And then this is the week of actually midsummer. And it was hilarious because I took a taxi back from the airport to our apartment by myself. And we're driving through town, and I was like, I don't recognize any of it because I had only ever seen that part of Oulu in the winter in snow. So seeing it in summer with no snow, I was so confused. It was like so strange. But then this was the first time I'd ever seen Finland in summer, so that was really fun. I had been there previously on previous years' trips, but we always went in winter when in Australia it was summer, so we were on holiday from school. So yeah, it was so weird seeing Finland in summer for the first time, and just leaving winter Australia. But this is the week of midsummer, or Johannes, which is like a big holiday in Finland and most of the other Nordics. And I use this fun like camping kind of kit because I thought this went well with Johannes. So yeah, I got back and was just chilling out. Just had a week off. Watched some Supernatural apparently and Pocahontas. So that was fun. I think this turned out really, really pretty. And then I used the Pride kit because we were in June obviously, and I wanted to use it before June finished. So this is like the original Pride kit that I did for SPC, and then they released a pastel version, and then we redid a new like pool party version instead. But this is super cute. Oh, this is when we booked flights to Disney, I think. I think the previous book flights was for going back to Finland. Yeah, so just getting back to stuff and getting back to doing some work. And then call Mom, which I don't know what that phone call would have been like. But yeah, so then we have July, and I use this really pretty, it's a 4th of July art set, but whatever. I thought it was really pretty. I love the girl in this bathing suit. And yeah. Oh, I used my Merbabe set. So this is when it like came out, I think, this year. So it's really fun that it's being reformatted for this year in 2022. But this is what I ended up with back then. And I used a fun like sparkly hollow purple foil plus normal hollow. So you can see what that's like. If you've picked up the reformat, this is like a general idea of what it might look like. But yeah. Cut my finger, didn't sleep. That's pretty improv everything. I kind of just go back to struggling honestly with my PhD. Then oh, I used this mystery kit. That was like a pool party mystery kit, which we like to do in the for the summer. This is like a sparkly gold hollow. Oh, so bright, so fun. I can't wait for summer kits again. It was my dad's birthday on the 8th. LA trip planning, so figuring out what we wanted to do. We started rewatching Psych. Heck'em, so I was mad at someone and then in my feelings. Oh, and we binged Doom Patrol this weekend as well, which really good show, highly recommend. Oh, this was a really fun, soft, pretty beach kit, and this overlay with the ice cream worked perfectly. This was for another kit, but look how perfect it is on that surfboard. I was so proud of that. So, oh, I baked this night baked a strawberry chocolate cake because at their old workplace at the university they were working at, they did like weekly cakes and everyone took, took whatever, I can't remember, can't remember the words, but we baked a strawberry chocolate cake that night, which was so delicious. I'm so sad I barely got to eat any of it because it was for the group, but whatever. And then it was Steph's birthday and then her partner Mark's birthday, and it was so hot. But I was flying this next week to meet up with Steph and Kylie in LA, and we went to Disneyland first. So good. Stupid LAX. I was stuck at LAX for a long time trying to wait for this stupid Disney bus, and I just gave up after a few hours of being stuck in disgusting LAX and took one of those like private cab company things like shuttle buses, and I finally got there. But we went to Disneyland the next day, which is actually Kylie's birthday, so that was really fun. And because it was her birthday, she put the pin on and they forced her to be at the front of Splash Mountain. But this is one I actually rarely use, like, because I had so much stuff to put in because it's Disneyland. But this is the Magic 2.0 kit that I drew, and it was perfect for this week because we went to Disneyland, obviously. We had Splash Mountain soaked. We were absolutely soaked on Splash Mountain. Like, the water just went straight over me in a huge a huge wave. Oh, and my favorite thing was the iced lemonade with cherry. Ugh, delicious because it was so hot. And I put in my sidebar that I got a Jasmine pin. I was so happy. We found her at California Adventure, and then I put the three like because all three of us have brown hair, Kylie, Steph, and I. So it was like the three of us together, and we did Smuggler's Run, which I didn't think was a good ride, to be honest. But I loved Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, so I did that twice. And we got Mickey Waffles, and we did the early magic, so we went on Hyperspace Mountain. First thing in the morning, and I couldn't even scream. I was just so out of it. I was just like, ah. But I did it. I'm a very big baby when it comes to those rides, so I did it. Although I was at the front for Matterhorn bobsleds, and that was the worst thing of my life. Had a churro, but yeah, just had so much fun. California Adventure was really good. I loved the Award Wieners hot dog. That was delicious. And we got a Jack Jack cookie. And Radiator Springs was actually really funny. And then just picks up here together. I went on the carousel for like Jesse's carousel, and I felt so sick. It was really weird. And then our last day in LA, and we went to got pancakes at La Brea Bakery and did some last minute shopping at Starbucks and World of Disney. And then we checked into an Airbnb in LA and it sucked. And there was 3 a.m. loud people. It was terrible. So we escaped the Airbnb and went to a beautiful hotel instead. And then we went to the Grove, which was really fun, and the Beverly Center. And of course we went to CVS because you got to put that in, and Target. So this is my August, just a nice summary spread. So this was the week of the last half of us in LA, and then Kylie went home and Steph came with me to Austin for the Scribble Prints Co party. So we just did it. We went to the public library, and then we went to Japanese Village Plaza in Japantown. That was really nice. We went to the last bookstore, more Target, Nordstrom Rack. And then look, so many, like, I never do these flaps. And then actually this day, on Tuesday, we went to Universal Studios. And my favorite thing was the Springfield area. I just love The Simpsons, so it was so fun. And I got a Flaming Moe, and the ride was really fun. And then we had lunch with 3 broomsticks. Saw a few of the special shows like Special Effects and Animal Actors. And we got ice cream from Phineas Q Butterfats, which was amazing. And then I went and they kept shopping at Sephora, and like we've been to 5 Sephoras at this point. And I was like, there's no more things that I want from Sephora. So while they were in there for 2 hours, I went to Hot Topic. And I bought metal shirts, which was awesome. And then Wednesday, I think this is our last day in LA. We got Egg Slut. And we went to the Walk of Fame and Chinese Theater, and there was a Lion store there, and we were like, ew, this is gross. So then we went to Santa Monica Pier, and we had funnel cake for the first time. And Kylie dropped her ice cream, which was amazing. But they gave her a free ice cream because she dropped it right in front of the store. And we saw a breakdancing crew, which is cool. And then I was actually like, got up in the middle of the night and threw up. So I don't know if it's maybe what I ate at Bubba Gump or earlier, I don't know. But I was sick that night, which wasn't great. But then Kylie went, I think she went to the Getty Museum by herself that day. And then we left in the morning to Austin. And we went to Michael's and Chipotle and Walmart. And we had a really weird Uber driver who actually said like next year would be the downfall of humanity and create a great recession. And now I'm thinking about this is 2019 and he was saying next year. So what? Did he like through astrology apparently he knew about COVID happening, but who knows? That's so weird to think back on it. But at the time we're like, who is this widow? And then we hung out at the Domain. I went to Erin Condren, obviously. Velvet Taco, It's Sugar. Went to the Apple store because I wanted to buy a travel pack. And then we went back and got pre-registered and we hung out with a bunch of people. Went to Alfred and we got a lavender latte. And then this hotel that the party was at, that we all stayed at, had like free margaritas at night. So we did that. And then we went to the Punch Bowl Social and all hung out with everybody. And it was great to like hang out with Steph as well, with all the Planet peeps. And then we did sheet masks that night in our room. And then it was the party. Got ready, had coffee, and then just like do all the things. And then after the party, and we had margaritas, and then Steph and I went out to the Domain. We went to Sephora and had dinner at the Culinary Dropout. And then we did an Uber pool to save money back to the hotel. And the girls are already in there. They weren't going back to our hotel, but they had been at the party. And they were talking like certain things. And we're like, did you just go to the Scribble Prints Co party? And they're like, yes. And we're like, oh my God. So that was really funny. And then the next day we had brunch at Bangers with the SBC crew. And that was so great to like hang out with Andrea and J Crew Plans. While having a delicious breakfast. And then we flew back to LAX and flew out of there, and I had to say goodbye to Steph at LAX, but it was all good. So I go back on the Monday, and this is obviously this is the party kit, if you couldn't tell, that we got from that event. And then it's since got re-released at the end of last year as a New Year's kit. But then I used this movie night art that I did, and I was flying back, and then I missed my final flight to Oulu, so I had to wait. And I ended up flying on a teeny tiny little propeller plane. It was scary. But then the next day, it was Locke and I's 13-year anniversary. So we just hung out and watched, oh my god, it was the iZombie series finale. I can't believe it ended in 2019. But as I said, if you're interested, like, iZombie is so good. You won't regret watching it. Definitely try it out. I know it's on Netflix here, but yeah, it's really good. And then just recovering from the huge trip. And then this week I wanted to use this for our anniversary because it's like kind of romantic. And then I used this Disney at home art. Was this Darcy as well? Like old Darcy? I think so. But it was like Disney at home because I was like missing Disneyland. So I thought this would be fun to use for this kit. And then, oh yeah, it was supposed to be 1 year until Mark and Steph's wedding, but of course that didn't happen, which was so sad. But yeah, I thought it ended up being a cute kit, and I used no foil with it, which is kind of weird, but that's pretty cool. Then I used this Mermaid Kit, Jessica kit. I think this was like an ancient kit at the time, but I wanted to finally use it, and I used a bunch of hollow foil, and it's so pretty. I love the gray in it, actually. Yeah, I don't know, just getting back to life back in Oulu. I got into Stardew Valley, which I hate the artwork, the way it looks, but I got into it because I love those kind of games. Like, I grew up in Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons. In September, we're going to start getting into the autumn stuff. So this is a really pretty, like, bookish kit. I didn't add any washi to it. I don't know if I just stopped doing that after a while. I think this is kind of my last lot of summer leading into autumn. This is really pretty. This is Darcy as well. I used so much of this art from Caress Press, but I loved the colors in this. It's so beautiful. More Stardew Valley, just endlessly playing it so much. Then Locke went to a beer festival this day. Oh, the SBC Advent came out, and I had to buy that. It was Father's Day. That's Australian Father's Day. Send chapters, so I was still working away on my PhD. Oh, and Tom arrives. That's why Locke went to a beer festival. Because Tom was living, their friend Tom was living on our couch for a while. Oh, and this beautiful Aladdin kit. Oh, I'd love an Aladdin or Jasmine set in the new Dusk art, honestly, but this one was freaking beautiful. I just love the colors. Oh, Shazam came out. What is this? Study all day. Just a list of stuff to do. Yeah, this is beautiful. So pretty. And then this was like my back to school art. And it's also sort of just an office art, but this is the second time drawing a girl in a wheelchair, and I thought she turned out so pretty. I was in love with these colors. I love the orange with the hot pink. Heidi booped my nose. I think that was like while I was asleep. She just put her paw on my nose and booped it. She does a lot of weird stuff when we're asleep. I sleep at 7 p.m., which is kind of nuts. My sleep is all over the place, especially during my PhD. Oh, and then this beautiful autumn mystery from SBC. And I love the addition of like white and copper to it. Really like lightens it up, but the teal and the orange is beautiful. 1 month until my birthday. I was still into nail polish at this time. I hadn't found my beloved stickers yet. Oh, and I went for a walk in the autumny goodness this day. I still love those pictures of myself going for a walk. Yeah, no, pretty. Doing lots of stuff. Getting into autumn. Oh, this is pretty. Using rose gold. And then this is a gorgeous autumn kit. Autumn begins technically on that day, and it was like more into autumn. I got a rug delivery that day. That's funny. Because I'm looking at buying new rugs right now. Oh, Chernobyl was out. That was such a good show. And we're watching The Terror as well. The first season of The Terror is so good. Especially if you love Jared Harris or Kieran Hines. They're so good. I love The Terror. I gotta watch that again, like in the cold weather. But yeah, I think it turned out really pretty. Then this is like some ancient art of mine for the October kit, but it was like a pumpkin season art set. But yeah, it looks like I gave up on my washi here, to be honest. Oh, this was a really fun witchy kit from this year. And then I didn't want to cut this bottom washi in half, and I didn't have any overlays in copper like that goes through the whole one, so I put stars between the moths, and it turned out so cute. 1 month till Halloween, and I was using like the Addams Family stickers and Halloween stickers to like do normal stuff, so I used like Lurch for tidying the flat. Much Practical Magic. It's cute. Oh, and then the lead up to my birthday, I used this treat. I think it was treat art. Why does it look kind of weird? I don't know. I have a lot of very empty spaces. I feel like I put a lot more into my thing now than I used to. Oh, and then Luck did a trip to the UK at this point. Why was that? I can't remember. But Luck went to the UK at this time because they have family there. And then of course the week that they were gone, we had super loud neighbors all night. They were having a party, like for once. And I actually had a deadline. I had to send it by this like week to do the chapter that I just got published, actually in a book. And I had to work like hugely the night that they were having a party. And I was like, really? Now is when the only sound happens? This is like a mix of hollow and orange. I don't know. It looks okay. Oh, but then it was my birthday spread, and I used bougie boxes for this. That's fun. I wasn't quite into them yet. I just had a bougie box tape, overlay tape. Yeah, it's my birthday. I got delivery pancakes, SBC new releases, gifts. We had chicken wings at night, and I was just doing more thesis work. What, Casper, Beetlejuice. Yeah, this would turn out really cute. I mixed black and hollow foil together to sort of like balance out the super light pastels of this kit. And then, oh, I love this one. This was Darcy art. So pretty. Like a witchy one here for, you know, for stuff. Oh my gosh. My shop turned 2. When did Luck come back? I don't know. I should have just not put in when they came back. Anyway, but we had dinner out, so I think this is when, oh yeah. So Luck came back, and then their mum came into town, and we went to dinner this night, which was really nice. Then there was a history conference on in town that week. Had a panic attack. That's fun. We tried to watch the Sherlock Holmes films, but we didn't finish number 2, I don't think, because we just weren't that into it. And then we get into November, beautiful apples, Snow White kind of look here. It gets really empty not putting in like highlights and washi actually. Maybe I should start doing that again. Oh, I used I think this is the first Haunted Magic kit, and just a bunch of gold with it. So pretty. I was so proud of this art. It turned out so great. And obviously I went to Haunted Mansion in Disneyland earlier in the year, and it was so good. But I actually drew this before I went to Disneyland. So I had never been on it, when I drew this, but then when I was actually on the ride, I was like, oh, I recognize that, I recognize that, I recognize that. So that was fun, but I did use it for the week of Halloween, which was really fun. We watched Addams Family. Oh, that was when my that essay was actually due, but I got it done early, which is great. But yeah. And then I was like, let's get into some wintry stuff because it was already snowing. It was minus 13 degrees Celsius and snowing. So I thought this would be a nice, like, this is sort of a self-care pajama kit in purples, which I thought would be good for this time, just to like relax, up all night drawing. Yeah, I put in a movie my cube here, but no movie, so I don't know what happened there. Who knows? But then I went to go work at Tampere, where my remote university supervisor was. So I took the train, chilled out. I was gonna put a dinner in that night, but everything was closed, so I just got some stuff from the grocery store. Oh, and here's the first Frozen set from SPC, and a ton of silver snowflake stuff from Planet Choco. Planet Choco. Oh, gorgeous. I love this. It's really like a Frozen 1 kit. So I was meeting my supervisor on Tuesday, so I went around, the postal strike happened. But I went shopping around Tampere and just hung out. And then I was watching a lot of Zoo Tycoon, Planet Zoo, Zoo Planet, whatever, game videos at the time. But then I met up with the lecturers and did some work, working on my literature review and whatnot during the week while I was in Tampere. So yeah, and then the train, they were doing some work on the track, so I had to get off before, like way before my stop, and had to take a 3-hour bus. And then walking back home from the train station, I slipped on the ice, so that's fun. Luckily I had a backpack on, so I just fell on my backpack. Then we have November, then we have this sort of like snowy Christmas, start of the Christmas stuff. This one's really pretty, and I did minimal foil, just mostly scripts. Oh yeah, we made Turkish Delight. That was pretty funny. And it was snowing and stuff. And then we have the December monthly, really pretty artwork. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I actually decided to do December in the new planner, as you can see here with the old, and then I decided to go into inserts, so I just put these into this old planner so they'd all be together in 1 year. So I have a different Scribble Prints Co December monthly in here, which I know is weird. But yeah, I wanted to move across, and then I went into inserts, so I wanted it all to be into one planner, so I just carefully snipped out these pages and then just inserted them into this planner. But this is the first Christmas set, really pretty. I love the niche design at the bottom. A jingle jam began. Trying to get that feeling. I was still a bit grinchy that year. First mail after the strike, that was great. And then, I used the Disney Magic, Christmas Magic set, which was re-released last year. But look how pretty. So fun and bright and colorful, but obviously because I had been to Disney during the year, I just wanted to go back to that time and try and use this art. So, watching lots of Jingle Jam. Yeah, I don't know how much else to say in these. And then, this is a pretty Darcy art when she is like struck out on her own, doing her own sort of style. And this is a fun Winter Moon kit. More Jingle Jam, 1 year in Finland. On the 11th, we had lots of snow, and I got my text card in. And we're watching Crisis on Earth. and Elseworlds, that whole series of TV shows. Oh yeah, I went to the bank and did some shopping, and then Locke's dad came for a visit. We went to the holiday market and I got gingerbread milkshakes from McDonald's, which you couldn't get delivered, but you had to get them in the shop. And but I walked back with them and it was snowing, so it wasn't like they were going to melt. Cloud release, so I got a cloud, and obviously getting inserts and stuff, and had cooked a dinner for Locke's dad. Yeah, it was super nice. Oh, the pages are coming out though. Be careful. Oh, and this is the Grinchmas set, where it's like Planner Girl but Grinch. So cute. And I did like a Planner Girl version of the Grinch and Planner Girl version of, what's her name? Cindy Lou or something. We got an IKEA delivery and built some furniture. I'm still working on uni stuff, I guess. Email. Mad at myself. Who knows what was happening? Watched the Phantom Menace randomly. Whoop. And then this was Christmas week, and I used my Snuggle season art, which I was really happy with. It's sort of like Scandinavian Nordic themed Christmas, and we have the Hoover Julia, which is Happy Christmas in Finnish. So I sort of did like that Nordic look for it. And then Christmas, we just had dinner and watched videos and movies and things. Yeah. Oh yeah, I made a big decision this day to go back to Australia again. So I was emailing supervisors and whatnot and planning my flights. And of course that trip was cut very short in March, as you will know. And then I was just setting up my 2020 planner. So I don't think, I do have New Year's Eve in here. I have a January monthly in here as well. But this is my New Year's Eve using the custom I did that year for Scribble Prints Co with a sparkly gold. And I just love it because we had girls kissing, which I just love. But yeah, I booked my flight and hotel for going back to Australia. And on New Year's Eve, we're watching his Dark Materials, and it turned midnight the moment the polar bear fight started. And there were lots of fireworks in town. But yeah, then I just sort of like prepared, and my cloud arrived, and that was when I switched into my cloud and my inserts. Once again, watched the Big Fat Quiz Show as well as the Big Fat Quiz Show of the Decade. Stare at clown. But yeah, this is me preparing to go back to Adelaide, and then we all know what happened in 2020. And I was able to leave Adelaide on March 19th, but that was my 2019 planner, the last normal year. But if you enjoyed this, don't forget a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see current planning stuff. Other than 2020, that's really my only other planner that I have on hand to flip through, but I hope you enjoyed the flip throughs nonetheless. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!